Well, a hard act to follow, but that's what the mixed doubles final has to do. Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto of Indonesia taking on Huan Ya-Chong and Lu Kai of China. Here come the Indonesians first. Praveen Jordan in a way, defending champion, won it with another teammate last year. And Huan Ya-Chong, who we've already seen in finals action today. The Indonesians being announced first.
Their opponent from China, Ya-Chong. Umpire Teo Kenju, Malaysia. Service judge Cheong Yu-Chin, Malaysia.
So the preliminaries, of course, have to be gone through. Heads or tails? The Chinese pair winning the toss of the coin. Already 2 Chinese victories, haven't there been, in the first 3 finals? So the Indonesian pair of Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto, a pair that the Indonesian coaches feel has a lot of potential. Praveen won this title with Vita Marisa last year. You can see 97 in the world, but they've only been around really since the start of the year. As you can see, their win ratio this year has been pretty good. Quarterfinalists at the Swiss Open earlier this month. Also got to the quarterfinals of the Malaysian Open. Didn't make it out of qualifying at All England. And this is how they've got to the final yesterday against the #1 seeds from Singapore, Krishnanta and Vanessa Neo. They came through in the 3rd game. You can see very comfortably, 21 points to 9. But they said they're not satisfied with that win. No, they'll only be pleased if they come away with the title. That's for the Chinese pairing of Lu Kai and Huan Ya-Chong. Well, a little bit higher as far as the world rankings are concerned for the Chinese too. They're at 72nd in the world. And they won their first ever event together, international event, the Macau Open Grand Prix. That was in December. Reached the last 16 in the All England, where they beat Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan before losing to the Olympic silver medalists Xu Chen and Ma Jin. Last 16 they got 2 in the Swiss Open. As you can see, they've had a few long matches. The quarterfinal went the distance, 22-20. They beat He and Fu in the quarterfinal, and then yesterday against Subaktian Widaja also came through in the 3rd game, although a little more comfortably. All right, I think interesting, obviously slight advantage in some respect as we look at the umpire here, who is Teo Kianju of Malaysia, and a Malaysian service judge as well, and Cheong Yu-Chin. But of course, Huang has been out on the court already, the women's player in this mixed doubles pair for China. She didn't play particularly well, even though she came through with Yu Xiao Yahan, and obviously we'll have the jubilation of that win. She started the match very well, but a few errors along the way.
On my right, Lu Kai, Huang Ya-Chong, China. And on my left, Prabin Jordan and Devi Susanto, Indonesia. Bongya himself, Devi Susanto, level, play.
Oh, impressive power at the back of the court from Praveen Jordan. It's interesting how the Indonesian coaches decided to split him from his partner Vita Marisa. Of course, the performances he showed last year got him called up to the national team, which is why he is together now with Susanto. Only 20 years of age, and already he's broken a string on his racket. Didn't take long, did it? You'd think they'd be made of sterner stuff than that. Mistake on the serve. The points over pretty quickly so far. The start of this match, neither side settling yet. Well, there's nothing really to tell from these opening exchanges, really, in terms of how the match might pan out. He played a really good shot right at the start of the match, Praveen Jordan. Since then, he's not been able to find his target. That's good play, very important in the mixed doubles for the female of the partners to try and dominate at the net. And Huang off to a good start again here, as she was in the women's doubles earlier. There again she was. Well, they've had some success together, haven't they, in a short spell of time, the Chinese pair. No disgrace in losing to Xu Chen and Ma Jin at the All England, was it? Very hard, isn't it, when you're a Chinese national player to break into the upper echelons of that team, given so much quality above you. Chinese pair certainly settling quicker here now. Oh, just over eager, trying to put pressure on the serve. So the interval is a quite comfortable lead, isn't it, for Lu Kai and Huang Ya-chong? Need to settle down quickly, don't they? Praveen Jordan or Debbie Susanto, or this match might race ahead of them. Just a lot of unforced errors, really, from Jordan and Susanto, really, in that opening 8 minutes of the match. That's much better. Well played by Praveen Jordan there. And he gave his coach a little look. Obviously under instructions, played it short to Huang there. Couldn't stretch enough to get there. Oh, they've been much sharper since the interval. Susanto and Jordan. Covered the court really well there, didn't she, Debbie Susanto? Well, Indonesian finalists in the men's singles and came out on top. Can they do it in the mixed doubles? Straight through the middle from Luke. Hard to really establish a pattern yet in this match, isn't it? Turned that point around well, didn't they, the Chinese pair there. First 3 shots imported in doubles, but they were on the back foot. Managed to get it on the front and win the point. And Liu and Huang into a 4-point lead now.
40-10. Service over. 11-40.
Yeah, well short.
Service over. 23-11.
Well, a few have struggled at the end of the court to contain the drift. Just out.
73-11.
Well, it's all rather comfortable for the Chinese pair right now. I thought Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto came out of the interval, grabbed a few points, were looking sprightly, but they've let it slip again. 19-12, a very good lead despite that point back there. Huang just unable to control the shadow. That's better. Again, signs there. Maybe give them, if they can't even retrieve the situation here, some confidence for that second game. We've got some young players on court here. Susanto's 24, the other 3 players on court all age 20. Nicely played by Liu. Found the gap. One in the face for Susanto. And it brings up 6 game points. that's out. Well, there was some very nice badminton there, but a real mixed bag, you have to say, from Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto. And that allowed Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong to breeze through that opening game. 21 points to 14. Well, complacency could be a problem for Huang and Lu. I mean, they haven't sparkled necessarily in this match. It's been a rather bitty match, if we're honest about it, but they have been the superior pair, as you can see from that scoreline in the opening game. Just a lack of consistency from Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto. Just long from Lu. Get her body moving enough to open herself up to get the shuttle back. Well, what do they do here, Praveen Jordan, Debbie Susanto? They don't seem full of ideas at the moment. Plenty of power from Lu Kai there. The height in the jump allows the trajectory of the shuttle to come down from such a high place. Nothing at all opponents can do about that. It was short and it was duly punished. Having one of those days at the moment, Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto. I mean, look at that from Jordan. It was completely mistimed. Well, have they run out of ideas already? I mean, we all know momentum's a big deal. It can be turned around. Got to cut out the errors. That's a good shot. That's well snaffled up by Jordan. Looking for a second title in 4 months here, Liu and Huang. That cord helping out the Indonesians here. There was well left, just long. Good call, just out. Well, they've never met, of course, with both being fairly new partnerships, really. That's good. Liu left it mistakenly. Really well defended by the Chinese pair there. It's a good flick serve from Praveen Jordan. And he can make the most of it. Broke a string as well. Well, every point won by the Chinese. Liu's enjoying them, isn't he? Big yells from him. Well, they're getting louder, the cheers as well. He's obviously determined to wrap this one up quickly. Nice backhand, cross court, found the corner. 10-7 up again. (11-7) at the interval, and they are in control here. Close to victory, Lu Kai and Huang Yachong already a game up, and looking very good in the second as well. 4 points in a row to take them to the interval lead, 11 points to 7. Well, there was some resistance, wasn't there, from the Indonesians, but it was not there for too long. Well, I don't know about you. If I was on the opponents and Lou was shouting like that, or if I put a shot into the net, it wouldn't make me best pleased, I have to say. It's all very well cheering your winning shots, but cheering your opponent's bad shots. Tightened up again. Is it just a brief respite, or is this the real deal? Well, she took some punishment there, Debbie Susanto. Targeted by her male counterpart there. She was on the ground. Another one back at her. Been too much of that, I'm afraid, from Praveen Jordan in this match. Mistimed it. Once again, the resistance pretty short-lived. Put away by Huang. That's out. Well left, well left. Got his body out the way well here. Well, stretching away again. 5 points in a row for Liu and Huang, and 4 points now away from victory. Gave himself a little slap in the face there, Lou. Knew that was a unneeded error, but they can afford it. 6 points there lead. 3 more points required. I'll take nothing away from Liu and Huang here, but it's kind of been the most disappointing of the finals so far. The resistance from their opponents has been short-lived at times. Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto really haven't found a rhythm in the match at all. And match points have arrived in just over half an hour here. It's been pretty easy, if we're honest. Just like that, it's over. Liu Kai and Huan Yaqing have come through really comfortably in this mixed doubles final. A second international win for them, following on from their win in their first event together in December at the Macau Open. A Grand Prix gold title to go with that Grand Prix win. And another Chinese mixed doubles pair, only 20 years of age, both of them, that has plenty of promise. 21-14, 21-13 the score. Now they know they can get the goodies. They've been sure there'll be disappointment from Praveen Jordan, who lets the title go that he won last year alongside Vita Marisa. Very one-sided affair though, wasn't it? So just getting ready for the prize ceremony. Job done very efficiently by this pair. Just not her day, really. Debbie Susanto couldn't find her rhythm. Too many mistakes as well from Praveen Jordan. Sure, that's amongst what they're discussing right now. You can see the men's double pairs behind them getting ready for the final match of the afternoon. First Malaysian contingent. But first the ceremony for the mixed doubles. third Chinese victory.
With great pleasure, we now call upon Encik Muhammad Fadil Samihan, Honorary Secretary, Johor State Badminton Association, member of BAM Council, to invite and accompany Encik Muhammad Shafiq Hassan, member of the organizing committee representing the Director, Johor State Sports Council, Encik Shamsuri Yusof, Vice President, Johor State Badminton Association, and Yang Berbahagia, Datuk Ku Kai Hua from YONEX-SUNRISE. Runners-up, Pravin Jordan, Debbie Susanto, Indonesia. Will be presented by
Well, disappointment not to really have made a fight of it, really, but been a good week for them. A fairly new pair, learning all the time. But no doubt really who's been the player of the day so far. A second title coming the way of Huang Ya-chong, winner in the women's doubles and now the mixed doubles too.
Champions, mixed doubles 2014, Lu Kai, Huang Ya-chong, China.
So a Chinese double for Huang Ya-chong alongside Lu. Formidable winners here in the mixed doubles. Trophy, medal, flowers, and of course, the check to come.
Datuk Ku Kai Hua to present the box check winners. Thank you. And Encik Shamsul Yusof, Yang Berbahagia, Datuk Ku Kai Hua.
So congratulations to Lu Kai and Huang Ya-chong. So one match still to go in this finals day of the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold, and that is the men's doubles. First chance for Malaysian fans to cheer as Govi Shem and Lim Kim Hwa take on Indonesia's Dani Krisnanta and Chayat Triachat of Singapore. But first, let's look back on that one-sided affair in the mixed doubles.